Hey love, so welcome back to my channel. It's your girl MichelleGabrielle, and today we have a hair tutorial video. I haven't done a hair video in a very long time, but here we are. And per usual, we are working with CURLSQUEEN. They sent over their drawstring ponytail, and this is in the texture 3c-4a. And you already know the package always comes with a tangle teaser, a bonnet, and some clips. The clips aren't really needed, but I'm so happy that they always send a tangle teaser in their packages because I use the tangle teaser all the time. And if you have type 4 hair, anything from 3C type 4A, B, C, D, E, F to Z, I just feel like the tangle teaser helps so much with detangling, and it just makes my detangling process so much easier. And I've been needing a update on the bonnet because my last bonnet broke, but I've been needing a new bonnet. To prep, I've already washed and conditioned and straightened my own hair. One thing that I've been using a lot lately has been that Tymo straightening brush. I made a video about it like a while ago, but I really like using it after I blow dry my hair, just to get it really sleeker. Now, I'm not saying that this can substitute as a straightener, but blow drying, I really like passing the straightening brush through to get a nice sleeker blowout. But after that, I did go in with my babyless flat iron just to get it more sleek, straight, and hit the root. Now, when it comes to the ponytail, I just went in with the Carol's Daughter shampoo and conditioner. That's it, that's all, and I let the hair air dry overnight. Now in these clips, I'm just pulling out my edges and my baby hair so I don't have to do it later because it'll end up messing up the ponytail. And the only thing that I'm using is Got2b. Years ago, maybe in high school, I will always use edge wax, but I'm so happy I found out how to do a ponytail with Got2b because it's way less product, and granted, it may not last as long. You really just have to spray a little bit more for touch-ups, and your hair isn't reverting, and your hair also isn't turning white for the most part. But after going back and watching these clips, apparently I have dandruff because I'm literally noticing all the little white specks all over my back and my shirt, like So to get my hair together, I section it out in 3 parts, and I just repeat the same process for each part. In the front, you are gonna see me use the blow dryer. I'm using the blow dryer on high airflow and on cool. I missed it for the first 2 sections, but you should use the blow dryer on those settings. It helps with getting the Got2b spray very set and firm. You just want to make sure you're going in with a fine tooth comb and a boar bristle brush just to avoid any bumps and make sure it's as sleek as possible. And in the end, I end up using 3 scrunchies, one for the first 2 sections, another one for the last section, and then the third one is to put my hair in a bun. So while we're working on these sections, let's go ahead and catch up and talk. It's been a while. First and foremost, welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. It's your girl MichelleGabrielle. I do want to do like a introduction video again. Maybe later, maybe once I hit 10K is when I feel like maybe I'll like introduce myself to all the new people who are subscribing and joining the crew. But yeah, I hope y'all are enjoying it over here. I know I have been a little bit flaky with posting lately, but girl, a lot has been going on. But that's why we're here, because I'm gonna tell y'all the tea. Let's start off with how I'm no longer in Maryland anymore. I am now located in Houston, Texas. She's a Houston hottie. It's been around 2 months since I've been here, and I have been enjoying it a lot. Like, I love the weather. I love Houston. My sister has been living here for the past 4 or 5 years, so I've been visiting often. I'm happy to get a change of scenery and just be in something different. The southern hospitality is definitely real. As far as what has brought me over here, it was more of a family move. To take a little pause, I used my small flat iron to curl my edges in a downward motion, and I'm gonna be also using the Got2b spray. And after that, I'm just gonna hit my edges with the hot comb, like I said, just to get this ponytail as sleek as possible. Put the ponytail on. It has 2 combs, one in the front, one in the back. I went ahead and pushed the combs in around the bun, and then after that, a drawstring. So you want to pull it as tight as possible, not too tight. You don't want to give yourself a headache or a migraine, but pull it tight, secure it with the knob. And then I went ahead and wrapped the rest of the drawstring around the ponytail and used a bobby pin to secure it. And after that, I went ahead and wrapped a piece of hair around the ponytail to cover the drawstring. If it were on my terms, I'd love to say it was a work move, but that just wasn't the case. I shared on Instagram and TikTok that I've been applying to jobs really all year. I did take a little break in between, but I've been applying to jobs and just trying to get a job in my career, but y'all know how it is with jobs as of lately. It's really been a hard time for us. Went over to the process of dividing the curls. I'm gonna be using my Y2 comb, my diamond brush, and I'm gonna be using some mousse. This is a Cantu mousse, nothing special. I think it was like $6 or $7 in the store. I went ahead and worked in sections to make the process easier. We're just gonna wet the hair with the spray bottle, and it's nothing but water in there. We're gonna go ahead and comb with the wide tooth comb, put some mousse in, with the diamond brush, go ahead and start finger coiling each section. To share some background, I graduated 2 years ago in December, and I graduated with a degree in exercise science. Initially, when I first got to college, I did want to pursue a doctorate in physical therapy. Later in my years in college and working at a bunch of physical therapy clinics, I just realized that wasn't something that I was as passionate about and that I really enjoyed. And I did a lot of back and forth between trying to figure out if I want to do healthcare or pursue something in marketing. So I would say my first year out of undergraduate, I spent some time thinking about all my possibilities and options. When I tell you, I literally went from A to Z, went from A down to Z of the different types of jobs that I'd want to consider. I can name a few. I thought about cybersecurity, I thought about stenography, I thought about medical device sales, I thought about project management, I thought about, the list is long. I thought about a lot of things, and I guess when it comes to me, making a big decision when it comes to career has always been something that I've had a bit of trouble with. In my head, I viewed a career of this is something that you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. To me, if I'm making that type of commitment, it has to be something that I love, something that I enjoy, something that I find passion in. But one thing I can attest to having that type of mindset is you may become often very stagnant. You're overthinking, you're overanalyzing, you're considering all the options that you're not doing anything at all. And I've said this before, but sometimes you just have to make a move so that you can know, like you have to do something so that you can learn whether or not that you enjoy it or not. And although I've said what I just said, I do believe it hasn't been time wasted. I think that I've been able to learn a lot about myself and my strengths, learn what skill sets I excel in, and also work on my weaknesses. And to be completely honest and transparent, I know that this feeling really comes from fear and anxiety. It's a matter of feeling that one decision can change your entire trajectory and being stuck there, which is not true because there's always a way for you to change your situation. So all of my overly anxious girlies, I completely get it, and I feel you. I feel you strongly. Aside from that, I do want to do like an actual sit down and catch up talk kind of video because there's just been a lot on my mind. There's a lot that I've been learning. Specifically this year, I've learned a lot, and there's so many learning lessons that have happened throughout this year. So hopefully I can get a video like that along those lines out before the end of the year, because I feel like it could be very relatable. When I'm talking to my friends and family, a lot of people have been going through the same situation or similar growing pains. Above that, I would love to have a conversation about what it feels like to be 25 and still living at home and essentially quote unquote feeling behind, and talk to all of those who are in those spaces, because believe it or not, there's so many people who are in similar shoes. I think one big factor is social media, and we're just assuming based on social media that people aren't going through the same situations as us and we're all alone. But I do want to be transparent about it because I recognize how many people have been super down about their situation, and just feeling behind again and feeling like they're the only ones going through what they're going through, when that is not true. Like, a lot of us are literally going through the same things, especially when it comes to this whole job thing. Finding a job, being laid off from jobs, and just being out of work for months. So you are not alone. And I know y'all see me a kikiing throughout this video. I was sitting there like, they're probably gonna think what was so funny, but if you stayed this long, there will be bloopers in the end, so go ahead and watch the whole video so you can catch a bit of the conversation. And last but not least, I'm gonna go in with a diffuser, high heat, high airflow. I probably diffused for about 5-10 minutes, and my hair was mostly dry, but you do want to make sure it's dry before you take the scarf off so your hair doesn't start reverting. I hope that you guys like this tutorial. I know it's a simple hairstyle, but I did want to utilize this time to, of course, catch up and talk. If you guys try out this hairstyle, let me know how you like it. If you get the ponytail, let me know how you like it. And stay tuned for more. I'm always super thankful and appreciative to all those who support. And I'm wishing y'all a great rest of your Q4 and a great end to 2025.
So pretty. If everything is dipped in gold, then baby it will never grow. Everything sweet ain't sugar coated. What a lie. What a lie. What a lie. What a lie.
Yeah, you're a baddie that's constipated.
You said what?
You're a baddie that's constipated. Constipated baddie. You wanna come take a
Hey, what's the honey?
Must be the what?
The honey. Yeah, this looks way better. Came off. What the heck?
What came off?
The ponytail. It's just like, damn, body tea.